Hollywood hailed her as a star, yet Judy Garland found herself a prisoner of fame. While fans adored her as the girl next door, her reality was far more harrowing, marked by pills, pressure, and pain. The price of her rise to stardom was a brutal fall. From the outside, she epitomized Hollywood glamour, but behind the scenes, her life was riddled with unimaginable challenges, struggles, and heartbreak. This stark contrast between her public persona and private turmoil paints a poignant picture of the cost of fame. At just 13, Judy Garland entered Hollywood under MGM's strict control, enduring harsh criticisms about her appearance and undergoing physical modifications like dental caps and nose alterations to fit Hollywood's beauty standards. Born Frances Ethel Gum, she transitioned from performing on the vaudeville circuit with her sisters to becoming one of MGM's youngest stars. Her entry into Hollywood was orchestrated by her ambitious mother, who saw Judy's talent as a ticket to fame and financial security. The constant pressure to conform to unrealistic ideals and maintain a perfect image took a toll on young Judy, shaping the insecurities that would plague her throughout her life. Judy was placed on a restricted diet of chicken soup and black coffee and introduced to a regimen of pills, fostering an early dependency that would impact her health for life. MGM executives treated her as a product rather than a person, ensuring she adhered to an exhausting schedule with little regard for her well-being. The use of amphetamines to keep her energetic during grueling shoots and barbiturates to force sleep at night became a vicious cycle, leaving her physically and mentally drained. Despite these challenges, Judy's charm and immense talent on screen masked the internal struggles she endured daily. In her early years, Judy's natural talent shone brightly, capturing the attention of audiences and studio executives alike. However, the price of her success was steep, as the pressures and demands of stardom took a toll on her health and happiness. The relentless work schedule imposed by MGM executives left little room for rest or recuperation, further exacerbating her dependence on pills to cope with the physical and mental strain. Judy's plight was not unique, as many young actors and actresses of the time faced similar challenges in the pursuit of fame. Nevertheless, her resilience and determination to deliver captivating performances endeared her to fans and solidified her status as a beloved Hollywood icon. The harsh realities of life under MGM, however, serve as a stark reminder of the sacrifices and struggles endured by those who brought joy and entertainment to the world through their art. In the end, Judy's legacy is a testament to her remarkable talent and unwavering spirit, even in the face of adversity. Her role as Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz at age 16 launched her to global stardom, but MGM's oppressive control intensified with stricter diets, corsets, and grueling 18-hour workdays. To ensure she fit their idealized image of Dorothy, executives pushed Judy into a physical mold, forcing her to wear a binding corset despite her naturally slim figure. Behind the enchanting performance that captivated audiences worldwide, Judy was enduring severe physical and emotional abuse, laying the foundation for a lifelong battle with self-esteem and mental health issues. The success of the film was a double-edged sword, cementing her as a Hollywood icon, but anchoring her to an identity shaped by exploitation. Behind Dorothy's iconic success was a reality of mental health struggles, public scrutiny, and personal insecurities, further exacerbated by the constant criticism of her looks and reliance on amphetamines and barbiturates. MGM executives frequently reminded Judy that her talent was her only redeeming quality, further deepening her insecurities. Her portrayal of a sweet, wholesome girl singing about rainbows starkly contrasted with her reality, where she battled feelings of inadequacy and a sense of entrapment within the rigid confines of Hollywood's demands. This role, while monumental, marked the beginning of a lifelong struggle to reconcile her public persona with her private turmoil. Judy Garland's early marriages to David Rose and Vincente Minnelli reflected her desperate search for stability, but were marred by MGM's interference. The studio pressured her to terminate a pregnancy to protect her career. Her marriage to Rose, while initially an attempt to find personal happiness, was short-lived due to the relentless demands of her career. MGM viewed her personal life as a threat to her professional obligations, manipulating her choices to serve their interests. Her later relationship with Minnelli offered a glimpse of solace and resulted in the birth of her beloved daughter Liza, but the strains of addiction and emotional baggage made sustaining the marriage an uphill battle. Judy's personal life was deeply affected by her professional demands, leaving her with little room to cultivate stable relationships. MGM's control over her decisions caused significant strain on her marriages, leading to emotional turmoil. Despite the brief moments of happiness in her relationships, the constant pressure from the studio, and her personal struggles with addiction and emotional baggage overshadowed her efforts to find stability. Her second marriage to Minnelli brought brief happiness and the birth of her daughter Liza, but Judy's addiction and emotional scars ultimately strained the relationship. Despite Minnelli's support, Judy's dependence on medication spiraled further out of control, no longer under MGM's structured control. She grappled with the demands of motherhood and her career, often feeling torn between the two. The fleeting moments of joy she found with her family were overshadowed by her ongoing battles with insecurity and the toll of Hollywood's relentless expectations. Even in times of apparent stability, the cracks in her emotional foundation were evident. Her life was a turbulent journey marked by highs and lows. Minnelli's attempts to provide stability and love were often met with the harsh realities of Judy's struggles. The weight of her fame and the pressure to perform took a significant toll on her well-being. Judy's career demands clashed with her desire to be a present and loving mother, creating a constant inner conflict. The moments of happiness she experienced with her family were often brief and overshadowed by her ongoing battles with addiction and self-doubt. The pressures of Hollywood and the expectations placed on her as an actress added to her emotional turmoil. Even when she appeared to be on stable ground, the underlying issues in her emotional foundation remained. Judy's life was a delicate balance between her professional achievements and her personal challenges. Her marriage to Minnelli, while a source of some happiness, could not shield her from the deeper issues that plagued her. The birth of Liza brought joy, but it also added another layer of responsibility to Judy's already demanding life. The love and support from Minnelli were not enough to counteract the effects of her addiction and the emotional scars she carried. Judy's story is one of a talented and beloved actress whose personal struggles often overshadowed her professional success. The fleeting moments of happiness she experienced were punctuated by ongoing battles with addiction, insecurity, and the relentless demands of her career. Even in her moments of apparent stability, the cracks in her emotional foundation were always present. Despite her immense talent and enduring popularity, Judy Garland's career was overshadowed by the intense pressures of stardom, which culminated in her first public nervous breakdown during the filming of The Pirate in 1947. The toll of constant work, coupled with the demands of being a major MGM star, led to her hospitalization and eventual termination from the studio. This marked a pivotal moment in her life, as she was suddenly left without the financial or emotional support she had relied on. MGM's decision to send Judy to a sanitarium underscored their prioritization of profit over her well-being, revealing the often cruel and exploitative nature of the studio system. Upon her return, Judy struggled to meet the studio's expectations, resulting in a further decline in her mental health and career. The once celebrated star now faced the harsh reality of being discarded by the very system that had built her. This loss of identity and support system exacerbated her struggles, leaving her vulnerable and isolated, unable to find the same level of success she had once enjoyed. Judy's career and personal life continued to suffer. Her public breakdown and subsequent treatment highlighted the immense pressure and lack of support faced by many in the entertainment industry. Judy's experience serves as a poignant reminder of the human cost of fame and the importance of mental health support for those in the public eye. Determined to reclaim her career, Judy staged a successful comeback through live performances that showcased her vulnerability and raw emotion, though the grueling schedules reignited her dependency on substances. Her concerts were a testament to her resilience, with audiences drawn to the authenticity and passion she brought to each performance. These moments of triumph, however, came at a significant personal cost, as the pressures of touring reignited the very addictions she sought to overcome. The duality of her public success and private struggles painted a complex portrait of a star determined to persevere, despite overwhelming odds. In 1954, A Star is Born marked Judy Garland's triumphant return to Hollywood, earning her an Oscar nomination, but financial mismanagement, personal struggles, and the heartbreak of losing the award overshadowed its success. The film, hailed as a masterpiece, showcased Judy's unparalleled talent and raw emotional depth, reminding the world of her star power. Yet, behind the scenes, the chaos of production and her ongoing battles with addiction and financial instability loomed large. The loss of the Oscar was a devastating blow, reinforcing the persistent challenges Judy faced in being fully recognized for her contributions to the industry. Despite this setback, her performance in A Star is Born remains one of the most memorable in cinematic history, demonstrating her resilience and dedication to her craft. The film not only marked a significant moment in her career, but also highlighted the immense pressures and personal challenges she endured throughout her life. Judy's legacy continues to inspire and captivate audiences, showcasing the lasting impact of her extraordinary talent. During the 1960s, Judy Garland's financial struggles became increasingly severe. She had to resort to nightclub gigs and television appearances to make ends meet. These performances were often for smaller audiences as her health and morale deteriorated. The glamour and success of her earlier years faded away, leaving her to struggle with mounting debts. She frequently took underpaid gigs just to cover her expenses, which only added to her financial woes. The emotional toll of her declining health and failed relationships further compounded her hardships, making her situation even more precarious. The disparity between her past success and her present reality was a constant source of heartbreak. Garland's personal and professional life became a reflection of the challenges she faced as she tried to maintain her career and support herself amidst these difficulties. Her story serves as a poignant reminder of the often harsh realities that can accompany a life in the spotlight. During Judy Garland's years in London, her physical and mental decline became increasingly apparent. Her performances were inconsistent, reflecting her struggle to maintain the standards she once set during her Hollywood days. While some audiences admired her resilience, others grew frustrated with her unreliability, further tarnishing her reputation. Financial instability was a constant issue, forcing her to live in modest accommodations that starkly contrasted with her former glamorous lifestyle. The isolation she experienced during this period was profound, with a lack of consistent support deepening her vulnerability. Publicized struggles only added to the challenges she faced, marking one of the darkest chapters of her life. Garland's living conditions, far removed from the luxury she once enjoyed, highlighted the extent of her financial difficulties. Her years in London were characterized by a life marked by isolation, financial instability, and publicized struggles. The combination of these factors not only impacted her professional life, but also her personal well-being. Despite the admiration from some for her continued efforts to perform, the overall period was one of hardship and decline. Despite her challenges, Judy remained a devoted mother to her children Liza, Lorna, and Joey, balancing her love for them with the chaos of her personal life and addiction. Her children witnessed both her brilliance and her struggles, often stepping into caretaker roles at a young age. Liza, in particular, became her confidant, while Lorna and Joey experienced the instability that came with their mother's fame and personal battles. Judy's love for her children was evident, even as her addiction and mental health issues created obstacles in providing them with the stability they needed. Through the chaos, Judy's children became her anchors, offering support and understanding in their unique ways. Liza's close relationship with her mother provided a source of strength for both, fostering a bond that weathered the many storms in Judy's life. Lorna and Joey, though impacted by the instability, found ways to navigate the challenges, often leaning on each other for support. Judy's dedication to her children shone through the darkest times, and her efforts to be present and loving were a testament to her unwavering commitment. The children, in turn, carried forward the lessons of resilience and love they learned from their mother, shaping their paths in life with the strength and compassion Judy had instilled in them. During Judy Garland's final years, her fifth marriage to Mickey Deans was a reflection of her declining health and the fragility of her emotional state. The marriage, filled with frequent arguments and instability, mirrored the chaos that had become a defining feature of her life. Despite experiencing brief moments of happiness together, the relationship only served to underscore the overwhelming challenges Judy faced. These included financial strain and worsening health, which were exacerbated by the instability of the marriage. Mickey Deans, although well-meaning, found himself ill-equipped to provide the support Judy needed. His inability to cope with the demands of their relationship became yet another source of heartbreak for Judy. The tumultuous nature of their union was indicative of the broader struggles that defined her later life. As Judy grappled with her personal demons, her marriage to Deans only added to the turbulence, ultimately highlighting the profound difficulties she endured. Years of physical and emotional abuse took their toll on Judy Garland. Despite her immense talent, she battled numerous personal demons. Her death at age 47 from an accidental overdose was a heartbreaking end to a life filled with both brilliance and tragedy. The world was stunned by her passing, and it sparked widespread mourning and a re-examination of the exploitative nature of Hollywood during her era. Garland's story is a powerful reminder of the human cost of fame and the importance of compassion and understanding for those who bear its burdens. Although her life was fraught with hardship, her resilience left an indelible mark on the entertainment industry. Her legacy is a cautionary tale about the pressures and pitfalls of celebrity life. Even in the face of adversity, she continued to captivate audiences with her performances, leaving an enduring impact on the world of entertainment. By the time Judy Garland's star began to wane, it was clear that the young girl who once captivated audiences had become a tragic figure. Her struggles with addiction and her strained personal relationships took a toll on her professional life. Performances became erratic, and the once dazzling star was often unreliable on set, leading to a decline in the roles offered to her. Hollywood's unforgiving nature meant that the same industry which had molded and celebrated her youth now turned its back on her during her most desperate hours. Though her fans remained loyal, the pressures and demands of stardom had left Garland a shadow of her former self. The industry that once promised so much had instead become a source of relentless pressure and scrutiny. Her story serves as a poignant reminder of the often devastating impact of fame on an individual's life, highlighting the stark contrast between the public adoration and the private turmoil experienced by those in the limelight. Garland's legacy is a complex tapestry of incredible talent marred by personal struggles, a narrative that resonates deeply within the annals of Hollywood